Severodonetsk, a city in the separatist Luhansk Oblast of Ukraine, is now almost entirely controlled by Russian forces. After weeks of intense fighting in the region, which Russian President Vladimir Putin declared independent in a presidential decree in February, Russian troops are now preparing to encircle the city and take full control. Fighting continued over the city in the eastern parts of the city, where Ukrainian troops are still defending their positions and fighting back against invaders. The situation remains difficult. Fighting continues, but unfortunately, most of the city is under Russian control. Some positional battles are taking place in the streets. Luhansk Governor Zelenskyy said over the weekend, adding that Russian troops were using highly destructive thermobaric rocket artillery. The thermobaric rockets in use make it easy for Russian troops to clear larger sections of land, creating larger, hotter, and more destructive blasts with each strike. Thermobaric warheads create clouds of flammable gas, which are ignited during each strike. Unfortunately, enemy artillery is simply dismantling floor-to-floor buildings that are used as shelters. In this sense, it is difficult because the enemy will be knocked out of one street, and then they will start dismantling neighborhoods house by house with tanks, artillery and grads, Haidai added. During his Saturday night address, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy praised the Ukrainian troops still in the region defending against the Russians. Zelenskyy said that he was proud of the defenders who could stop the advance of these hostile people, these occupiers, for many weeks and keep our defense strong, adding that Severodonetsk is the epicenter of the confrontation in Donbas. The fight in Severodonetsk is significant. As Russian troops encircle Severodonetsk, the Kremlin inches closer to achieving its goal of liberating the self-styled People's Republic of Luhansk, a separatist region in Ukraine fighting to gain independence from the country. On Sunday, Russian forces struck a second bridge leading into the city, stopping Ukrainian forces from resupplying troops remaining in the city and making it extremely difficult for Ukraine to stop Russia's progress in the region. After heavy artillery bombardment, Russia is on track to encircle and take control of Severodonetsk in the coming days or weeks. In a Facebook post, the Ukrainian military's commander-in-chief Valery Zelenskyy said that Russia's artillery systems and capabilities in the region gave them a tenfold advantage. Despite everything, we continue to hold positions, Zelenskyy said on social media. Every meter of Ukrainian land there is covered in blood, but not only ours, but also the occupiers. Not only does Russia have an advantage in Severodonetsk, but one U.S. official told The Washington Post last week that Russia will likely control the entire Luhansk region very soon. Speaking on the condition of anonymity, the senior U.S. official said that the Luhansk Oblast will be controlled by Russia within a matter of weeks, finally giving the Kremlin a victory to announce to the world and the Russian people. Ukrainian and British officials said on Saturday that Russian forces are relying on weapons able to cause mass casualties as they try to capture eastern Ukraine, and fierce, prolonged fighting depletes resources on both sides. Russian bombers are likely to have been launching 1960s-era anti-ship missiles in Ukraine, the Ministry of Defense said. The Kh-22 missiles were primarily designed to destroy aircraft carriers using a nuclear warhead. When used in ground attacks with conventional warheads, they are highly inaccurate and therefore can cause severe collateral damage and casualties, the ministry said. Both sides have expended large amounts of weaponry in what has become a war of attrition for the eastern region of coal mines and factories known as the Donbas, placing huge strains on their resources and stockpiles. The MOD said Russia is likely to be using the 5.5-ton anti-ship missiles because it is running short of more precise modern missiles. It gave no details of where such missiles were thought to have been used, as Russia also sought to consolidate its hold over territory seized so far in the war. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Moscow's invasion of Ukraine is what happens when oppressors trample the rules that protect us all. It's what happens when big powers decide that their imperial appetites matter more than the rights of their peaceful neighbors, Mr. Austin said during a visit to Asia. and it's a preview of a possible world of chaos and turmoil that none of us would want to live in. Thank you all for watching and liking, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you soon in the next video.